So you are ready to start your reasoning, but maybe you're not sure where to start. That's okay. Reasoning is really challenging. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to write really solid reasoning. Okay, I'm going to start by showing you the very beginning of my body paragraph. So I've already written my claim, I've introduced my evidence, and I have written down my textual evidence. A car-free Pike Place would benefit sellers and local businesses. In an article published in Forbes, Scott Bayer discusses the economic benefits of this proposal. According to a 2011 analysis, 50,000 pedestrians use the street daily compared to 3,000 automobiles. So by closing Pike Place to cars, the city would be appealing to, not eradicating, the market's biggest customer base. So the first thing I'm going to do in my reasoning is I want to explain and analyze my evidence. So I want to make sense of my evidence for the reader, and I can use these 3 sentence starters to do this. So I can use the author's last name. That's what that blank is there for, right there. The author's last name, and then argues. I could use this means or in other words. So I'm going to do the author's last name argues. So Bayer argues that because so many more people enter the market on foot, businesses and sellers would see an increase in business, not a decrease. Right? And making sense of this statistic here that 50,000 pedestrians use the street daily compared with 3,000 automobiles, right, for the reader. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a word or a phrase in the evidence, right? I could use the sentence starters. The term blank means, when the author uses the word blank, they mean, or what the author means by. So I'm going to talk about this term here at the end of my evidence, customer base. The term customer base means the group of people who spend the most money at a business. For the market, vendors and businesses surrounding them, this group of people is pedestrians. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to go and I want you to use these sentence starters to write at least 3 sentences explaining and analyzing your evidence. So first, make sense of your evidence for the reader and use maybe 1 or 2 of these sentence starters. Then go and talk about at least one word or phrase in your evidence that you can explain. And I would use 1 or 2 of these sentence starters. So pause the video now and go do that. Okay, you are back. You at this point should have at least 2 to 3 sentences of your reasoning already written. So your next step is you're going to help the reader to fully understand the claim. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to read my claim, and I want to write 1 to 2 questions that I need to answer in my reasoning, right? I want to make sure that I am fully explaining every part of my claim. And turning my claim into a question really helps me to do that. So my claim is that a car-free Pike Place would benefit sellers and local businesses. So I'm going to turn it into a question. How would it make sellers and local businesses more money? How would it benefit them? So then what I want to do is I want to use all the details that I learned in my reading to fully answer this question. I'm going to really walk the reader through my thinking. So how would it make sellers and local businesses more money? How would it benefit them? Making the street in front of the market a place where visitors can meander, sit down for a meal, or listen to music would make the market even more appealing for the market's largest customer base. Shutting down the market to cars would increase the number of people visiting the market, shopping at stalls and businesses, and eating at local restaurants. It would also give the market more space to expand and possibly allow for new entertainment like live music. I'm taking the time to really answer this question. How is it going to make local businesses and the sellers at the market money, right? How's it going to make them more money by closing down this street? And I take the time to fully explain my thinking. So I want you to stop the video now, and I want you to go back and add at least 3 to 4 sentences really explaining, really helping the reader understand your claim. Take your claim, turn it into a question, and then really answer that question in detail. Okay, get started.